Hey guys, welcome back to another ranking video. Today we're ranking all the mini bosses in Paper Mario Sticker Store. Yep, I'm doing it again, another Paper Mario Sticker Store video. Last time I did the bosses, so yeah, let's see how this goes. Also, sorry if I missed any mini bosses. There's just a lot in this game. Anyways, to number 7. Number 7 is Big Boo, and you might be wondering, why? Well, he has 100 HP, and that might seem like a lot. But do you want to know the one thing in Paper Mario that does exactly 100 damage? Yep, that's why. Next up is Chain Chomp. I don't really know if you can count this as a mini boss, but I'm gonna count him anyway. This one's very simple. All you have to do is break the little pole that he's attached to, and then you just wait 3 turns for him to wake up, and then you're basically done. Next up is the Big Cheep Cheep. Now you might be wondering why is it so low. It's a unique boss, and it's not like the Big Boo where you can just kill it instantly. And you might be right. I don't think you can even access an infinite jump this early in the game. But there's one problem with it. Later in the fight, it jumps into the water, and you need a fishhook thing to pull it out. If you don't have that, you're soft blocked and you have to run away from the fight and get the fish hook. So that's like the only big problem. The thing I actually do like about this fight is that later in the fight, it gets bigger and bigger, and I think the bigger it gets, the more damage it deals. And I think if it gets too big, you just insta-die, but I'm not entirely sure on that fact. So yeah, but just because that you need the fish hook, that's why it's so low on the list. Next up is the Big Buzzy Beetle. I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd mini boss you fight, and it's pretty simple. All you need to do is have a power block, jump on it, or use your hammer, and it flips over, and then you can just jump on it to kill it. It's very easy, but at least you don't need a thing to kill it. It doesn't take much time or effort, although when I was playing, I didn't know this, and I had to use a tutorial, so. Next up is the Big Scuttlebug. This one's pretty easy. All you need to do is use a fire flower and the thing goes down like a piece of cake. Okay, that's not entirely true. Once you use a fire flower, it drops onto the floor, and then you can just use a jump stick or a hammer stick or whatever, and then you can just kind of kill it. It's really not that hard, but like again, when I was playing, it took me a while. I had to use another tutorial to get through it, but you can also, it takes around 3 hits to break, and once you break it, he falls, and yeah, it's pretty smooth. It's smooth sailing from there. Next up is the Kamek fights. Now I'm gonna include all 3 of the Kamek fights because they're basically the same thing. So that means each variation of the fight will lead to its final ranking, which is number 2. The first Kamek fight is super duper easy. You get rid of the Goombas, then you just jump on his head a few times, and he's done. He's done so. In the second variation, I don't think he spawns any enemies, but he's pretty easy to defeat. But this time, instead of using your jump sticker or hammer sticker or whatever, this time he turns all of your stickers into little slippers that you have to smack him with. Now, this may seem fine, but the only problem with it is that if you accidentally use, say, like one of your legendary stickers, it's gone forever. So you just have to remember which stickers are used for. But the more powerful stickers, if you use those, the more damage that the slipper does. Although he's quite easy, he doesn't have much HP, he's not that hard. In the final variation, he spawns 3 versions of himself, and if you kill one of them, he just respawns it, which means you have to get lucky with the roulette wheel to get 3 turns or 3 hits or whatever. Then you also have to get lucky that you don't mess up your hammer smacks. Yeah, the fight's not that hard, but it's more of luck based than anything because of the roulette wheel and your timing. If you mess up a lot, then this can be pretty difficult, but by this point in the game, you have a lot of HP. But if you're bad at timing and you're just kind of unlucky, I guess, you might die like once or twice here, but overall, it's not the worst thing. And of course, he turns all your cards into slippers. And I think the best fight is Bowser Jr. Now I'm including all the variations like I did for Kamek. Now the first fight is pretty easy. Literally the first fight in the game. You just have to use the scissors item and you insta-win. In the second fight, it's a little better. This time, you can't just kind of use a sticker. You can, but it won't insta-kill him. He has 100 HP, and it's kind of simple. You just kind of use some jump stickers, some hop stickers, or whatever stickers you have that can like jump on him. His attacks aren't that difficult. You can just block them. It's pretty easy. Yeah, there's not really much to say about this fight, honestly, about this variation. Although the 3rd fight is where the real sauce is. Bowser Jr. has this little protection helmet, so you can't, when you jump on him, it doesn't really do that much damage. He also has 300 HP. Now for his attacks. Sometimes he shoots out spike balls, and other times he shoots out fireballs. and then he just charges at you. If you jump on him enough or throw one of his spike balls back, his shield breaks, and then you can do even more damage. This is probably the best mini boss in the entire game, and I think it really stands out from the others. I like the funness of it. It's just fun overall. You probably won't die on this fight because you probably have a lot of HP by now. But yeah, Bowser Jr. is a lot more powerful in this version. That's my final ranking. I think this is the best fight in the game. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!